Hello guys, so today I want to explain about the material in English, uh, specifically in English Peminatan. So we have four material. The first is constructive conjunctions, the second discussion text, the third review text, and the last is song. So let's check it out. For the first is constructive conjunction. A conjunction is constructive conjunction is a word that connects or joins together words, phrases, clauses, or sentences. There are two kinds of conjunctions, a primary class of coordinating conjunctions and a secondary class called subordinating or subordinate conjunctions. There are also what's called conjunctive adverbs. Thus, this conjunction adverbs sometimes act a bit like conjunctions, but at other times act like plain old adverbs. Constructive conjunctions always introduce a dependent clause, tying it to an independent clause. The clauses can go in any order, that is, the independent or the dependent clause can come first in the sentences. But in either order, the first word of the dependent or subordinate clause will be the subordinating conjunctions. Next, for the example is to. To plus clause 1 or subject plus verb plus clause 2 or subject plus verb. The example is told she is allowed to stay up late on the weekend. She decided to go to bed early. Example 2. She decided to go to bed early, so she is allowed to stay up late on the weekend. So next, although or even though. Although or even though plus clause 1 or subject plus verb plus clause 2 or subject plus verb, and then for the although, clause 1 or subject plus verb plus although or even though plus clause 2 subject plus verb. The example is, although we do not have much, we still want to donate something. Example 2, we still want to donate something, even though we do not have much. Okay, and next, nevertheless. Nevertheless is sentences 1 or subject plus verb, nevertheless plus sentence 2 or subject plus verb. Example, the government has established a policy related to public health insurance since 2019. Nevertheless, the rate of people who have not applied to public health insurance is still concerning. Okay, next. The next example is despite or in spite of. Clause or subject plus verb plus despite plus noun or noun phrase. Despite plus noun or noun phrase plus clause or subject plus verb. Clause, subject plus verb plus in spite of plus noun or noun phrase. In spite of plus noun or noun phrase plus clause or subject plus verb. For the example is John was barely appreciated by his parents despite his achievement is in school. The second, despite his achievements in school, John was barely appreciated by his parents. So the second material of in semester 2, discussion text. A discussion text is a text that presents both sides of an issue or argument. The purpose of discussion text is to inform readers about the particular topic, issue, or question by presenting different perspective, opinions, or argument. So, the language features of discussion text have five. The number one is introducing category or generic participant. For example, homeschooling, usage of the internet, distance learning. The second is using the thinking verb, such as feel, hope, believing certain, and etc. For the example is parents choose to homeschool to educate their kids because they believe that homeschooling can be personalized schedule. The three is the third is using additive, contrast, and causal connection. Similarly, on the other hand, however, etc. For the example is, on the other hand, homeschooling can spoil parents' time. Number fourth, using modalities. Using modalities is must, should, could, and may. For the example is, so when thinking about putting children through homeschool, I believe we should make sure that we understand all of the criteria involved in home education. Number five, Number fifth, using adverbs of manner, deliberately, hopefully. The example is, another advantage is flexibility in time and curriculum. By homeschooling, parents can set the curriculum freely. Okay, next. Next is the generic structure. The generic structure have four. The number one is statement issue. Statement of issue. Statement of issue stating the issue which is to discuss. And number two, list of supporting points. List of supporting points is like presenting the point in supporting the presented issue. Third, list of contrast point. List of contrast point is it's mean like presenting other points which disagree to the supporting point. And the last is recommendations. Recommendations it's mean like stating the writer recommendation of the discourse. Okay. Next material is review text. Review text is an evaluation of publications such as a movie, video game, musical compositions, book, piece of hardware like a car, home appliance, or computer, or an event or performance such as a live music concert, a play, musical theater, show, or dance show. The generic structure of review text is introductions, evaluations, interpretative, and the last evaluative summations. Language feature of review text is using simple present tense, and two, using adjective focused on specific participant, using long and complex clauses. Social functions of review text is to entertain the listeners, to teach moral value through the lyric of the song, to, to provide a way of managing the relationship between our public and private emotional life. Sorry. And the last material in semester 2 is song. Song have been song have been an amusing companion for human beings for us for as long as or even longer than we can speak. Songs are highly expressive. Some convey love and emotions, some tell a memorable and moving story, some some embody one's dreams and ideals, and some reminisce about golden past. Songs are abundant in themes and expressions, which will echo in the learner heart. Social functions of songs is to entertain the listeners, to teach moral value through the lyric of the songs, the third to provide a way of managing the relationship between our public and private emotional life. Next, to generic structure. Generic structure, the first is intro. Intro is the introduction established melodic, harmonic, and or rhythmic related to the main body of song. B is first. First, it's mean like it is the sections of the song structure that tells the story of song. Next, to course of reference. A course is the most repeated sections, so it's the easiest remembered. Next is break. A break is actually a brief or rest or pause for the core melody within a song used to add further dimension and excitement. E is bridge. Bridge. This is the part of song that shift. It can suddenly change tempo or volume or instrumentations, and the next is outro or coda. This is the end of the road of the road for the song. It can repeat the intro, chorus, or a refrain as an outro, or a bridge with an instrumental solo. That's all about the material of semester 2. Thank you.